On the badass situation, yeah. That was my dude. I don't know. I seen a lot of situations I was going through in brothers because it's probably like a struggling artist thing. And I know in his heart of hearts what he was striving to do, but it wasn't coming out, it wasn't manifesting quite right. And I seen him getting frustrated. And how do you tell somebody, bro, don't be frustrated when you frustrated? Some of the same cats that was shitting on him was trying to shit on me. That wasn't really geared to one individual. That was everybody. Everybody that he reached out to. Not just one entity. There was a lot of cats. Bro was calling me. He was like, yo, they ain't return my call. And I'm telling him, man, don't trip. Just keep it pushing.
As the largest city in Los Angeles County, Long Beach, California has spawned several talented individuals who have went on to become legendary figures in their respective fields. From Russell Westbrook to Snoop Dogg, the city has definitely made its mark. One of those individuals with unique talents was born on June 20th, 1968 in the city's community hospital to a young woman named Emma from Macon, Mississippi, and Woody, a native son of Long Beach, California. This is Steele The Spotlight, and today we shed the spotlight on Eric Collins, who will one day make his mark on hip-hop under the moniker RBX. What city was you born in?
Long Beach.
Long Beach, California?
Long Beach, California. Mom's is from Mississippi, Macomb. My mom came out here when the elders decided they wanted to change to, that southern field, and I think California offered promise and was looking like a promising place to go, so they slid over there and got together and figured out a plan, hopped in the car, and everybody came out. The way that I was told the story, like maybe 4 of my cousins came out here and was like, y'all missing it. This ain't nothing like Mississippi. And they called FOMO, was like, what? We out here boogieing. They got juke joints and all kinds of activities and festivities. So the way of the big city pulled everybody out here. I've been out there and you could tell it's different. Right off the top when you walk through the dirt and it's red and it stick to your clothes. And it's all on the ties. It's just a whole nother look. I mean, Macomb, Mississippi, from where my folks is from, where I was at. Yeah, it was a different thing, I would think of my loved ones following each other. Somebody had the gumption to say, I'm tired of Mississippi. I'm finna go see what's happening. I'm outside the thing, and then slid, and then spilled the beans like, oh, it's the city's thing is all that it's cracked up to be. And everybody just decided to just bounce to Cali. It wasn't just Long Beach, though. Some went to like Frisco, Oakland, because I got some cousins up there. They in the north side of things, they way up there doing their thing. So,
what was Eric like when he was a young man?
Eric was bad. Mom's for a while until she married my stepfather Woody. From the time I was about a little bitty baby to about 13. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and Mom's, and my little sister came into the mix. So, for the most part, I was respecting my mom. I was just doing stuff that Mom didn't know. So I was a little mannish that way, out there wilding out, but never disrespectful though. Some more wrestlers in the game. Snoop, they might know him, so shout out to Big Snoopy. Hey, man, ain't it? Delmar, Daz Dillinger, so what's up to Daz? You dig? Also, shout out to Rage. Rage ain't my blood cousin, but that's definitely family. So she need to be shouted out too, so.
A lot of people don't know you were a very good athlete. When did you first start playing football?
Check this out. Okay, I was one of them big kids. I kind of developed real fast. So I had always wanted to play for some of the Pop Warner teams, but every time I would try to go up there, they was always like, "You're not gonna make weight. You're not gonna make weight. You're not gonna make weight." So the first time I was actually able to put the pads on and really get popping was in the 10th grade, because they wouldn't let me play Pop Warner. They was like, "You too big. You running over all the kids. You a man child. What we gonna do?" My coach was like, "Y'all, you ain't make weight. You like a couple pounds over. They don't even want to just wiggle with you." They was like, "Nah. If you was big and sorry, you might have been able to wiggle, but you not sorry. And you gonna run over them kids, and they gonna be like, well, he's 2 pounds over." And so I would say Poly High. I got my ride. Long Beach Poly High, uncut. And 10th grade came around, and Poly just throw you out there. You gonna come to Poly High School, you'll get smacked in the mouth. And so I think that all the hurt for me not being able to play Pop Warner from all the times I'm getting cut and everything came out on that field when I got into 10th grade. And I ended up starting. And I like the way that feels. And I like the way it sounded. It rang. I'm a starter. Yeah. So that was my thing from then on. And it kind of got me away from the more gangbangerish side of things, which I could have easily went to. Playing football, hollering at brothers like Don Norford and Keith Lilly, you know what I'm saying, Merle Cole. All these cats was like in my face, like, and they not scary dudes. Not to mention Coach Shannon. Coach Shannon was just not too far removed from being at Poly. So he gonna come find you. You ditching classes and you think you gonna be up at Yada Yada Burgers. He'll pop up. Like, man, and that kind of nudged you in the right direction, because he said, man, you about to mess up. You about to get a scholarship. You about to do this. You could do that. It's like, them brothers over there, maybe not so much. We're not going to reduce them. We're not going to bring them down, talk bad about them. But they not striving to get into college. You are. So you need to focus on what you're doing, or you're going to mess up your opportunities. And I was like, well, I don't really want to mess up my opportunities. So let me go see what this thing do. And ended up to be the best thing ever. I started at Poly, homie. Not to be cocky, y'all, but Poly High, and I could say that like, nah. What happened was I got a scholarship before I didn't even play my 12th grade year. I blew my knee out in 11th grade and still got a full ride. I went to UNLV with a cast on my leg from my hip all the way down to my ankle. Coach High was really with the business. And he was like, fast as you is, big as you is, man, if we get that wheel right, you're going to be okay. So I had trips to Purdue, Oklahoma, a few other big spots I could have went to. But after I blew my knee, they was like, we want you to go to Long Beach City, or we want you to do this, or we want you to do that. Which I was also planning on doing, because I was like, I want to go to a bigger school. I want to go to a bigger school that's just going to propel me to the pros, that's already got you in that scheme. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really sure about the UNLV scheme, and I wasn't, So I was like, man. Well, Gentry Walsh just gone there from Poly. And Randall Cunningham was there. And Icky Woods was there. I didn't know Icky Woods was going to be Icky Woods at the time, but he was running like that. So I thought, he bad. So I ended up going there, and, rest is history. It's all good. Running Rebels, go Rebels. There was a bunch of cats that was up there. George Maloof.
George Maloof, the hotel man.
George Maloof was on the team. He played safety. Maloof used to run up and smack fools in the face.
Wow.
He ran up on Icky in goal line practice one day. It just sounded off loud. Didn't back down at all. Little Georgie, I still remember Georgie. He used to come to practice in the 9/11. Suge Knight.
Yeah, Suge Knight. So y'all had
Yeah.
famous and infamous people on the team.
Yeah. We had Suge on the team. Suge wasn't no joke. I'm going to keep it 100. So Suge was one of my elder classmates, so I used to look up at Suge, because Suge had these little swim moves. He had I got caught doing that swim technique, so But with the arm over thing, I was more better with the arm under. And I tried it a couple of times. I got popped by, I think, homeboy for Fresno. He went to the pros. He was about 6'6", about 315, 320 pounds. I went up to do that, and he caught me right up under my arm. Pow! Like my whole wing just went numb. Wow. Yeah, so, but I used to, Suge was fast. Wow. He had really, really, really good feet, homie.
Yeah.
Dumb.
So he was like that?
Dumb, I ain't gonna never lie to you. The boy was nice. Okay, so, I was a DJ. I think I was having a battle or something. The MCs were scared. They didn't want to really get their, it's one thing to talk about it and how the MC look. You know, you walk around with your Kango on, yada, yada. With your bombers on the stuff, we should do a poly, how to throw it back. But it's actually a different thing to be having that look than to get out there in front of crowds of people and do your thing. So some niggas froze up on me, so I had to get out there and do my thing. Only thing that I could be a DJ and still rap was Everlasting Bass, the instrumental. So I do Everlasting Bass. So dun, 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 and got on the mic and just went. And I knew I ain't had nothing. It wasn't like no hook. It was nobody else. I was just like walking a plane. But I knew that track because that was one of my songs. So I knew the ins and outs of that. So I got up there and did my little skit, and I was done. Went on ahead and folded up the 10, got on up out of there. The homies hit me up, was like, bruh, you just shit it. And you need to think about the rap side of thing more than the DJ, because you not good as Flash. I thought I was bad. They was like, no, you missing the beat, bro. You got people, so the DJ thing wasn't my calling, so it just became my hobby. I loved the craft of it, but the rapping became where I need to hone my skills. And I had a homie named Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard JD is the one that gave me the name Narrator. So he was like, the way you do that's how he talks. Well, the way he accentuates his shit you should be like the narrator, the way you punctuate your shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And I became a narrator just prior to the Chronic. I was coming in and out from Vegas. I was still, I had a homegirl I was staying with in Vegas, so every now and then I was just like, I'm finna shoot to Long Beach and see what's going on out there. And I come back out here. Then one day I run up on my cousin Tate, and Tate said, my boy was actually bringing me out here because he was DJing at the Good Life. Mm-hmm. Foggy, DJ Prince Foggy, and he was up there and that's when I was up there. That's how I met Mike and I and Medusa, because my dudes took me straight there. So. That was the spot, right? Oh my God! And if you can't rap, listen. Do not. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. If you don't got real bars, if you not no real MC, by no stretch of the imagination, you can't just go in there with a little skit you done rehearse. You get tomatoes thrown at you. So. That's what happened. I was up there. I come back running to my cousin Tate. He say, Snoop rapping. What do he call himself? That's Snoop Rockski. Oh, okay. So I had Snoop come over to Tate Dog house. I'm from the battle. Don't start talking about you rapping. If you could run through me or you could even hang with me, I respect your game. And Snoop hung. So he started doing his thing, and one day I was at the house and they just popped up. And it was knock at the door. It was Snoop and Warren. So we about to go and holler at Dre. Do you want to roll? And I'm like, y'all go do your thing, bro. I'm good. I ain't even tripping. Go do your thing, I ain't tripping. Snoop and Warren go up there and they do their thing. Then I think the homies popped up and showed me again. Was like, yo, we finna go up to the studio. You trying to roll? No, I'm trying to roll. Cool. So they doing their thing. It wasn't until Snoop was like, X, we was going up there working with Dre, and I ended up doing this song called Deep Cover with him. He said, but I'm finna do a video with him. And I don't have no way up there. And I'm like, well, I ain't finna kill your dream. Y'all finna, you working with Dre, that's big. I'm gonna help you. I said, I'll give you a ride, but I work at the mall right now. I'm in foot action, I got dibs on the kicks. I'm putting the money in the bank. I'm moving on up the ladder here at this store, and I don't really want to jeopardize that. So let me finish work. And when I'm off work, I'm going to swoop you up there. Be up here at 6 o'clock. I think I get off at like 5:30. Be up here at 6 o'clock, and let me give me a hot 20 minutes of this. And we're going to hop in the car. I'm going to put you up there. I didn't know Calabasas was that far. I swear I thought Calabasas was probably like on the other side of Glendale or something. And we started driving, man. I was like, God damn, boy. But my word is born. I got him there. Took him out to Drake's crib. And I said, all right, you here, about to bounce. But Dre wasn't there. And then I was like, well, man, it's a long ass way for it, because you're going to be stuck. I said, I'm going to kick back for a minute and see if the homie pull up before I leave you up out of here. You're stranded. You know what I'm saying? So I kicked back and I was in the back room and me and Snoop was talking and Dre walked in and heard my voice echoing through the house. I was like, who is that talking? Can you rhyme? And then everything else is what it is. Snoop actually vouched for me. Snoop said, the nigga's dumb, Dre. And Dre was like, what? I think I did. I think I did. I think I busted a little something. I don't remember what it was. And Dre was like, oh, well, shit. That's what's up. I'm finna work on this album called The Chronic, bro, and I'm gonna need you to be on the joint. I say, cool, I got you. And I wasn't disrespecting, but I was thinking, I gotta go. We've been waiting for him for a minute. I gotta drive. Yo, Calabasas is far. It's going to take me damn near an hour to get home from here. Then I got to crash out, wake up, and be up at the store at 6:30 to unlock the doors. And I went to the door, bro. I was finna leave, and Dre was like, homie, when you finna roll? We finna start recording. I said, y'all finna start recording. I got to go to work in the morning. And Dre was like, yeah, bro, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Fuck that old punk ass job. My nigga, like, I'm talking about a whole nother little whoop wop. You talking about going to a job and I'm talking about something else. I don't think we understanding each other. I said, right now I stay with my mom's. And this is the word that I gave her. I'm going to keep my job. We're going to keep the roof popping. And this is the deal we got. He was like, yeah, but this what I'm talking about is way, way bigger than a job, my brother. And it just wasn't really sinking into me, resonating. Dre went in his pocket, threw me some change. I was like, that's probably more than I made in a month. So I was like, wow. Then he was like, nigga, don't trip. You know Suge? At that point, I did know Suge, but I didn't know he was talking about the same Suge, like my nigga Suge. We was like, Suge, yeah, I know that nigga. So, I told Suge. Suge was like, who is this nigga? Yeah. I said, what you doing? I say, Snoop, my folks. Dre want me on the record, my nigga. He told me to tell you to holler woo wah. We need to get some things together, because some people think it was just that easy. It really wasn't that easy. Suge wanted to make sure everybody was the truth. Not just me, not just Snoop, Rage, Dre, everything. He was making sure everything was holding up. And at the time when he was writing, he was just getting put on. It was other homies in the hood that had their little labels, you know what I'm saying? So then they got to talking that crap, you know. Well, bring your label over here, nigga. If they could run through my niggas, they hard. So we was battling. We was all in the PJs. We went to the Nickerson Gardens. Then there was some kind of conflict going on, so we went to like some neutral area in Compton. Beat banging, Mike, just get it. That's when, right around that time, that's when Snoop, they wasn't getting past him. He was hard. I'm not gonna lie. They had to get past Snoop, and if they got past Snoop, rough. Then they started moving up the chain. I never used to even get into battles. I used to be like, they were like, nah, that's the one that be, nah, he ain't in it. It'll be between Snoop, it'll be rough. And if they want,
he was like the upper echelon.
you gotta, it's like the game of death, bruh. I'm Kareem. I'm gonna put a big foot in your chest, homie. I'm not even that one. Then, yeah, I didn't lose no battles, in no hood to no ninja, never. So it wasn't no need. They was like, well, he ain't in it.
So Deathrow definitely was.
Yeah, so that's what they did, bro. And when they did that, and it was certified and verified that we was the truth, then that's when they started forming a label, and that's when. And then this thing started getting moved on as a business entity, a conglomerate. You know, we got all these artists and start becoming lucrative. It's not just some hood, but before we can validate ourselves as come to Deathrow and all that, we had to really get out there and do that. And a lot of people don't know what we did, but we did. And we pulling up. They was like, well, we finna go to certain project and we finna battle they rappers. I was all about that life. Back then, what? Let's go get them. Now, not so much. I don't do the battling thing. I just make hits.
What songs did you write in the Chronic?
Let Me Ride, Lyrical Gangbangs, Branded on Deathrow. I mean, but I was writing my parts. You know, the Let Me Ride thing extended to Dre, but Dre is the producer, artist, you know. It wasn't intended that way.
But you wrote the rhymes, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote the song. I was actually going to perform the song. That was actually a song that I was doing for my album. And we was trying, at the same time, this was at the tail end of the Chronic, and we needed a couple more songs, so we got them, but they might not be exactly what we need. You know, we need these last little morsels. So Dre was looking for some morsels, and it was like, we just need to finish this motherfucker off correctly. That's how, and then I was doing Let Me Ride, and then I was about to perform this, perform it for him, and Dre was like, you know what, that'll be a perfect song to finish this album. At the time, I was like, right, okay, let's finish this album then. I don't got time for I always been 100. Like, take the joint, let's finish the album. And then there was one more. And so while he was finishing that, I was asleep. And then Dre woke me up, boom. What you think it is? So I went into the booth to kind of give him a reference of it, what I was thinking, and laid it like that. And Dre was like, man, come up out of there. You just did that. You know, and that was the easiest one, because I know working with Dre and having to do shit, some artists 30 times, do that shit one more time just like that. Do that shit one more time just like that. And for me to go in there and do it one time and him tell me come up out of there, I'm done. Like, I ain't trying to say I want to take Jake, but shit.
It was a couple of cats from the Rap-A-Lot days that was over there. Big Mike, Lord 3.
Big Mike, what? They ain't no joke. They ain't no joke.
Because they wound up, I know Big Mike wound up joining the Ghetto Boys and Lord 3-2 and those guys. Rest in peace, Lord
right.
3-2.
Lord 3-2.
How did they wind up over there? How did the Rap-A-Lot guys wind up over there at Deathrow?
An alliance and a relationship built with Jay Prince and Sugar Bear. So they was cool. So, at that time they was going to get all their ammunition together and make this Chronic definitely something stupid. So they came over here and we was working and we was working. At the time they was going through the legal mumbo jumbo with the labels and the distribution and whatnot. So the time is exceeding, and they was trying to figure out what they was gonna do as artists. And time, I think they was here maybe about a year, and it just got to the point it was like, you know what, ain't nothing to pop. And they just bounced about 3 weeks before the blessing. Because as soon as they left, it popped. As soon as they left, it popped. And I mean, it popped. It like, what you mean? They was like, we finna do the record and yada yada. Then some funding came in, and everything was kind of super refreshed. It hit like a megaton bomb, and I was on it, and I wasn't used to it. And at the time, I was dealing with my homegirl Tracy, and she came and picked me up. She said, we finna go to Venice Beach and just hang out. I'm like, okay, that's cool. The record that got released on a Tuesday, I think we went on a Friday. Every car she pulled up on when we was going to Venice Beach was bumping the Chronic, and I'm thinking, how the hell they get a CD? And I hear me, I be, hey man, the Chronic, how the hell they get a CD? And it was going like wildfire, bro. I swear every car when we got on the boardwalk and we was walking down in Venice, the venues was bumping the Chronic, and people walking down the walkway with their boombox skating with the Chronic. I said, this can't be happening, because I know I've been working on this album for like a year or so. I never thought, I knew it was going to eventually come out, but it just happened so quick. And then when it did and caught fire, I didn't understand it. Like, no, everybody's bumping this. Can this be happening? I did not understand it. I actually talked to DOC about it one day. OC don't be holding no punches. We was talking, and he was like, what you think the record gonna do? This was like maybe right after, I said, I don't know, maybe about 3, 4, like that Friday, maybe that Monday I seen him. So it was right around the time it dropped. I said, I don't know. I said, I'm hearing a lot of people, cars, OC. I said, it's probably gonna go platinum or 2. He looked at me like I said something wrong. He said, man, this Dr. Dre, but it's gonna do at least 8. I just couldn't see it. I gave him one of those 8 platinums. He wasn't lying. So, like I said, I wasn't used to nothing like that. I didn't know that means everybody around you is gonna have the record. So now, the work that I've been doing, I'm not saying that I didn't think I was dope, but now it's out there. It's like everybody got it. First when it's just in the studio, it's just you dope amongst your peers. But when it goes out to the whole world, and then the whole world say, ooh, that shit dope, it's kind of like, whoa. So, humbling. You learn with it. You learn to live with it, and just keep it moving.
Not only are you a performer on this album, but you wrote on and actually got a whole solo record that you wrote and everything. So I'm pretty sure it should have been some publishing points discussed, and your share, your splits, and all that. Was that ever brought up at any time?
No. There was one time we was at Deathrow and they came with the paperwork, and this is one of the reasons that I started to move around, is because I was handed the paperwork. And then it was like, well, we gonna sign this as it's a unit. We all good. Don't you worry about nothing. I got you. And my response is, me being out of college, it's like, I don't sign that without my lawyer. That's why I pay him. I have a lawyer that looks over this contract first. And the way that I was doing business was different than other cats. I don't think they liked the way I did it. And I'm like, well, I'm not signing nothing without my lawyer looking at it. And that's the grounds I held. You dig? So I just said I ain't gonna be no thorn in nobody's side, homie. You ain't got to worry about me doing no weird shit. I'm not finna hold the project up. I'm not finna go behind y'all back and do nothing. But until the paperwork is to my liking, I'm not signing shit. And that's what happened.
So, theoretically, you could have probably held that album up, especially if they
I could
once
have.
they released it, you could have went and said, "Hey, man,
I could have.
I need."
I wasn't, but I'm not that dude. I never ever harbor no nefarious intentions to none of my cats. Even though things didn't come out and turn out the way that they could have and probably should have, I never harbor no nefarious intentions. And I'm thinking, I'm not finna go back and do nothing like that.
Yeah, I just not really being nefarious though, bro. That's business.
Yeah, that is. But when we was doing it, my loyalty didn't lie with Suge. My loyalty was with Dr. Dre, and I wasn't finna go do nothing to kill off the homie's work. If I had done that, even though Suge would have been involved, it would also included Dre.
I feel that.
And it would have stopped Dre. It would have made him, it would have put a taint in his mouth. So I wasn't finna go do none of that. I figure I got a problem with Suge. I'm gonna talk to him. I ain't scared of him. I'm gonna talk to him sidebar, and we gonna get it right. And we got it right, so.
It's stories, man, and some of it rumors, some of it to be fact, that it was just some really just crucial ass whoopings going around during that time, man.
It was some crucial fights going down. You got beat up in a fight. That's just what it is. But some of the accounts of what I be seeing on TV, I ain't never seen none of it. I ain't never seen some of that. They put a little extras on this and they do this and now. I've seen skirmishes. Yeah, I have. I've seen knock down, drag out, get downs. I have. But have I seen something? I'm a righteous dude. I'm not going to sit around and me with my eyeballs, if I think is y'all teaming up on somebody until I get up out of there. Y'all can't do that, man. Get up out of here with that weird shit. So it didn't never happen on my watch.
So what was your first move made during the midst of all this going on? What did you land your feet at?
Well, I was thinking I'm not gonna let the industry kill my dream, but I really wasn't into kowtowing and doing the Hollywood snooze and thing. And I really felt comfortable at the counter swap meet, to be honest with you. So I had a couple of the homies show me some things. I got my CDs pressed up, real professional, and I got to moving them myself, like my own distributor. And it was shocking to a lot of people because they was like, "Oh man, you fell from such heights." No, I didn't. I'm learning, and I'm learning from the ground up, because this is what the industry ain't gonna teach you. This is what a lot of cats that get out there and they have handlers and they have this and they have that, and it's all given to them. If that gets snatched back, they don't know how to function.
The thing is, you put out some pivotal projects. You did on the X-Files. That was right after the Chronic, right?
Yeah. But see, I don't know. I might be a controversial type dude, but it seemed like controversy was following me, because when I did that, I went over to Warner Brothers, and that was right on the heels of Cop Killer with Ice-T. So they had a weird way of handling my project by having dummy companies and people that they throw names out here, but you call that person, but you really can't get in contact with the companies, because Deathrow might call, be like, "That's my artist." Whoop, 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 whoop. They didn't want to hear that, so they had it going elsewhere, which in turn had me miss Rolling Stone. Rolling Stones called them premeditated At the time, I didn't have it as my label. At the time, this was a company that they was using. That's why I went back and reinvented it, because they had already started it. So they was using Premeditated at the time, but they didn't have no oomph to it. It was just something they was using. They didn't have a number. So these people trying to, Rolling Stone magazines really want me on the cover. They trying to get in contact with these people, but nobody at Warner Brothers would reciprocate.
So they trying to hide from Deathrow.
They doing that. Meanwhile, while they doing all that, it's killing my career. It's getting, I'm missing this, I'm missing that, I'm missing this, because they don't want to deal with this dude, they don't want to deal with that dude.
Escape from Deathrow, I was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. Kind of ballsy. I know. I know, bro. I don't know.
Was it any backlash on that, man, when you put that song out there?
No.
None at all, huh?
Nah.
Tell me about the shindig with my dude Black Tone was involved.
Okay, so I was at a car show. But just because you family, and I know you know, Tone, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Normally I wouldn't even speak on it, but me and the homie was in some lowriders. We slide up to this lowrider show. All the homies got their lowriders out, but we from Long Beach, but we not tripping. You know, I be forgetting about the music and all the strings that had with the Deathrow shit. I just sometimes want to be a regular dude. So I hop in my lowrider and we pull up to the park. We pull up to the school. We got our lowriders out, and we just hanging out and we doing our thing. Then we park into the infield of the school. Wow. So now we trapped inside. So now my car right here. So we turn around. You know, he nudged me like, "Hey man, who's these fools?" We turn around. It's Suge and about like 9 or 10 of his homies, and they mobbing toward me. But it's not like a friendly, "Hey, we finna say what's up to you" type. They mobbing like, I don't know these dudes, and I'm kind of like already in a bad mood. And I just feel like let's pop. So I'm start squaring up. I tell the homie, I said, "Oh, it's finna pop. It's going down." So the way we mobbing is not finna. We not kids, homie. We ain't finna talk. Square up and get up. What's happening? So we squaring up and they mobbing toward me. Then all of a sudden, Sugar Free, from out of nowhere, like somebody just walking to the middle of the thing. He looked at me, he looked at Suge. It was like, "RBX. Black Tone want to holler at you." And he looked again, and looked at Suge and was like, "I said Black Tone want to holler at you, RBX." And we turned, and we look at the bleachers. Tony Lane stand up, bam. We're about 20, 30 of the homies. Like, tell the homies, "Yeah, y'all not finna jump in." Like, y'all not finna jump in. Niggas turned around and got on up out of there. So we hopped in our car. Matter of fact, he told Free, send me the kite. Sugar Free sent the kite from Black Tone, said, "They up there watching you, X. Niggas ain't finna do nothing. You go and enjoy yourself, homie. Tell your homie, y'all enjoy y'all lowriders, man. Kick back on weirdos, ain't finna do nothing to you." So I did a lap. We was inside the track field. I did a lap. I just walked around the whole thing, was looking at all the cars, doing the lap. Because at that time, I knew all the homies was, they was like ready when they was finna get on up out of there, we bounced. That's my guy. Even though the Chicago Bears ain't doing too good, but I'm gonna put that out there right now. I got joints. We already spoke on it. We finna throw something together. Don't even trip, my nigga. You know, I got you. We finna try to, I don't want to put too much on the airways because it's gonna be. But we finna put like a Tony Lane project together, nigga. And I'm gonna need my niggas to pull it together. Holler at me. I got some of the youngs on my holler at that got bars and they spitting, and it's gonna be a way to help the big homie and help yourself and help everything without no nefarious intentions, without no fuck shit, just straight up music. Get things popping and help the big homie. He a real one. I said that. He a real one. I was there.
And you had kind of like not disappeared, but you was kind of off the scene for a minute, right? and I see the East Coast, West Coast killer thing pop off.
Oh.
How did you wind up getting back with Dre? How did that phone call go? Like, take me back to that time, man, where was you sitting at home chilling and Dre just called you one day?
Kinda. Like, I don't know how that phone call went down, if I called him or he called me. But we got on the phone and we was talking, and he was like, man, I'm forming Aftermath. Well, actually, he didn't call it Aftermath. We didn't even have a name for it. He didn't have a name for it. It was his label. And if I remember correctly, I helped him with that. Like, because he was like, well, what we going to name it? He said, man, I'm going over here. I'm done with all that. Let's get over here and do what we had planned on doing. But at first, when we was at the road, that we never got to do. I said, you know what? I'm 100% with that. When he was doing the Been There, Done That, I did One Time, and he did that compilation. And he put the compilation out. So, my whole thing, like I spoke to you prior, I ain't no Suge Knight hater. But my loyalty at that time was to Dr. Dre, because I'm a rapper. He makes the beat. We got that connection. So it was easy for me to say, oh, okay, I can do the same thing that we was doing over at the road without this certain entity all in the video tripping. So that's why it was a perfect match. And then I got there, and Dre was on some really don't want to make the same kind. You know, he was venturing. He was testing his roles as a producer. You know, he wanted to do other things. And at that point, I'm like, okay, cool. I just kind of just fell back. Because I was kind of tired of the drama from Deathrow and pulling up. And a lot of the brothers, what are they, Crips, Pyrus, Bloods, it doesn't matter. When they was gone and getting killed, it was hurting. I'm like, well, yada, yada. Oh, man, he got smoked. What do you mean? Well, he went to Compton and they shot him. And then I'll be like, what about yada yada? When he got smoked the other day. I'm like, you know what? I've made enough change where I can go find me a spot and give me a nice TV and smoke me some really good herb and just let my niggas just marinate until they figure this thing out, because it was too many people dropping. And they was dropping. And that's kind of it didn't rub me the right way. So I wanted to just post it up until they fell back with that bullshit.
It's a bad time for hip hop.
It was a bad time for hip hop, you know, just like, you know, like every day though. Like they was going back and forth, like, and you ain't no at that point, ain't no telling nigga, man, y'all need to quit tripping. Ain't nobody hearing that shit. Niggas is dying, nigga, they busting 50 cal rounds. What you gonna talk about?
One thing you can't deny about the dude, though, he had a brilliant business mind.
I mean, I think he had business people around him with business minds, you know? And I'm not saying that he's not a brilliant business mind, but just when you surround yourself around A1 lawyers and yada yada, then naturally, yeah, you become brilliant because that's who you flocking with. And when they giving you insights and pointers on this, that, and the other, if you college educated, remember he was in college, so he's been to college, so he knows how to hear, take down notes, whether it be actually a note or mental notes, and then thrive. So sure, there was too much death, too many people losing control. You know, the industry is full of control freaks. And you got a cat like that running around, he's not controlling. You're not controlling nothing. Piss him off and he gonna control you. So they don't want no strong black brothers like that. And we had Puffy doing this thing. What did they do? They had these brothers feuding, opposed to bonding and building together. Like, listen, okay, you're on the east, I'm on the west. How about we not trip and kill everybody up and we build a big ass bridge? So we can woo wop and we get dynamics, and then we get a chapter over here. I mean, I don't know. Just imagine that.
What were your thoughts, man, when you saw that whole thing that happened with him and Terry Carter and he going to jail for pretty much the rest of his life, man? What was your thoughts?
I had just seen Terry. Me and Rage was doing a show at the Forum. Trey D had just got out. Terry Carter picked Trey D up. So I'm up there, boop, boop. My cousin Big Dave from Lil Zion's, he spooled me up there, boom. Next thing I know, I turn back to me and Trey D with the play fighting because I ain't seen him in all niggas square up, yada, yada. And I see Terry over there looking real like a executive CEO. You know, but he was telling me RBX. I was like, Terry, everything was 100. So to go from that, and I had talked to him, and we had plans, and he was no taller than Trey D, and Trey D, my dog, Trey D was like, X, I got you, boo boo. So when I heard it, I was kind of like thinking, the back of my head, like, nah, I hope it's just a situation with Terry bounce and be fine. You know what I mean? I was just wishing the best. And when they said he wasn't, I was strong. That shit really, to this day, strong. Like, I still understand that. I mean, I really can't speak on it because it wasn't no Long Beach business that they was dealing with. So for me to speak on it in any kind of way, it'd be out of Long Beach, out of bounds.
I feel that.
But I just know Terry was my dude, and I was shocked by it all. How the dynamics and all the woo-wah-woo. Yeah. On the badass situation, yeah, that was my dude. I don't know. I seen a lot of situations I was going through in Brothers because it's probably like a struggling artist thing. And you know it, like, you know, I know in his heart of hearts what he was striving to do, but it wasn't coming out, it wasn't manifesting quite right. And I seen him getting frustrated. And how do you tell somebody, bro, don't be frustrated when you frustrated? Some of the same cats that was shitting on him was trying to shit on me. So what I'm gonna tell you, all I can do is say, man, depend on your inner, like, bad don't trip, just keep doing your thing. There was certain things eating at him. So when I seen, or when they told me it passed, I was shocked. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I was angry. And then when I started seeing stuff on the internet, I think I probably couldn't maintain myself as much as I probably should have. And I just popped off like, you know, if a lot of you cats had so much love and respect for him while he was here, he might have not been in that situation. Now, naturally, people took that and plucked it and plugged it into wherever they wanted to. But that wasn't really geared to one individual. That was everybody. Everybody that he reached out to. Not just one entity. It was a lot of cats. Bro was calling me. He was like, yo, they ain't return my call. And I'm telling him, man, don't trip. Just keep it pushing. One monkey don't stop no show.
You were almost wound up on Rap A Lot Records, didn't you?
No. I was just really good with Rap A Lot. I had a couple partners that was dealing with a few Jay Prince and a few other cats. So I did have ways to go holler at my brother directly. But at the same time, you got to realize LA brothers is loyal to their soil. It's like you loyal to the neighborhoods you came from and so forth and whatnot. So it would have been like me being affiliated with the Deathrow situation, then going over there and jumping ship and signing a Rap A Lot. No, there was no need for me to do that when I was already from the road. If I had chose to be, but I said, nah, I'm good on all of that. I'll just do my own thing. I would rather be with a company that's not affiliated with none of the street ties and attributes and whatnot. Let me try something over here. And that's when I tried the Warner Brothers thing. But at that time, they wasn't trying to hear no, you know, I think the Warner Brothers was Henry Winkler and Charlton Heston and a few other cats. And they was like, well, we tired of the BS from Ice-T talking about killing the cops. So I got stirred up in the tail end of that, and it just was nasty. So it was good. It was a good time for me to go sit down and fall back for a second.
I know you went into the rock world for a minute.
Yeah.
How was that experience, man? You know, messing with, because I think you messing with Corn, right? Fieldy from Corn.
Yeah. Shout out to Fieldy, Monkey Head, Jonathan, Johnny Gangster, Johnny D. That's the lead singer. You did.
Yeah, they're my partner.
Yeah, them was my dogs, Jack.
What was the experience like, man? You know, you just coming fresh off this stuff with Deathrow. Now you going to go do the rock and roll stuff. Was it a different dynamic?
No, not to me, because I'm. If you're really a rocker and you really love rock and roll, it's a natural thing. If the way you rock your shit, and if you know your real history of hip hop, the real history of hip hop is rock.
Yeah.
Big beat. That's Billy Squire, bro. Dum, 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 dum. That's all the break of Billy. That's Billy Squire. They scratching it. Boom, 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 boom. That's all rock. So it was easy for me to just jump in and just run my thing. I already knew what it was I was doing. When I was on road with Corn, I was like super VIP, just whatever you want to do, X. We about to go on this show and kill it. And they had a stage. You go under the stage. You come back up under the stage. I knew how the brothers was getting down. I just stayed out their way because they doing they rock shit. It's not like a rap show. They coming up under the stage. They changing outfits. Get out the way, bro. I got to grab this. I got to put this outfit on and grab that guitar in 2.5 minutes. So you can't be all in the way and fuck up the rotation and rhythm. I just stayed out. I stayed in my lane. Big sleep, security. I'll be able to big sleep. Watching the show. I go back out on the side of the stage and watch the show. After the show, they be doing their thing. And I'm out Metallica, POD, Papa Roach, Kobe, all them cats. I go mingle with them. Hey, man, what's happening? Get a chance while we on the road or something. I write a song, and I wait to go holler at the polar bear. Or I wait and get back and put a song together.
Are we going to see a RBX rock album? Because I heard,
yeah.
I don't know if it was a myth or not, I heard that you had some stuff in it.
It's in the cut. It's called Liquid Metal. The only reason I ain't dropped it is because it's my baby. And I was checking out all these cats, but a lot of them sidebar situations, when I figured out something that was solid with somebody that respected for what it really is and want to merge with me and work and chunk some change and then see where you at with it, then I'm going to go ahead and finish putting it together. But yeah, it's not no joke.
Yeah.
Can't nobody deal with it.
Could we possibly see another collaboration with you and Dr. Dre?
I won't say no. You know, I'm doing my thing, Dre doing his thing. But we both know the dynamics of my voice with a Dr. Dre track. We ain't, you know, but he on his level. I'm on my little level.
How did you wind up linking up with Eminem?
I ended up, because I told y'all, Dre my dog. So when he called me, I didn't even question it. I didn't say, he was like, X, I got a new artist over here, Eminem, and I'm working on this album, and I need you to come over here and drop your 16 for me, my nigga. Okay, that's what's up. I'm going to have my Netty Bird drop me off over there in we'll be over there about 3 or 4 hours, my nigga. I'll pull it up, I'll do my thing, Sticky Fingers pull up, he do his thing. I got Net with me, so she's like, whoosh. I'm ready to go, because you know we going to catch traffic. We come all the way from Burbank to Long Beach. You know her conversation. She wasn't tripping on nothing but the traffic. So I'm like, man, let me get this girl to the house. And that's what I did. I went in there. She said, you good? I'm good. Did you get your verse right? I'm right. Dre, you right? Dre was like, nigga, that shit hard. Cool. I mean, I probably could have. He said 16. So I came with 16. Loaded in the chamber. I probably could have did 20. Because Sticky Fingers was a little longer than 16. But at the same time, I wasn't trying to outdo nobody. I was just trying to hold my position down. And Dre called me to come kick the doors in. Doom. He said, my job complete, bro. We about to bounce. Next time I seen Dre was straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton, man. What did you think about the whole thing?
I thought it was dope. I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, you know, it's a movie. It's always gonna be some things done a little different. You know, but for the most part, I was like, oh, okay, intrigued by just I'm like watching the movie too. Like, okay, that's dope. And then it was over. I slide to the I'm finna leave. I got the homegirl with me. I'm about to bounce out, and they was like, no, your pass permits you to go backstage. Like, I mean, to the after party. So I go to the after party. I'm like, oh, okay. So I get in the line. I go up there, and I see all the homies. I say, hey, man, rest in peace. I see Atwill, CPO, Chill. I think I seen Exhibit, and his girl was there. I was seeing all the heads. Like, oh, well, okay then. I walk in, I seen Snoopy. You know, give my cousin his respect and his greetings. Then I see Dre. I walk up to him. He was like, hey, he give me some instructions how to get at him. And then I think I seen Royce the 5'9" that night. And I was going to tell him, like, yo, it's all good, man. Yeah, we could work. Get the track. We'll kill it.
I know Snoop had the doghouse situation. He had you over there. He had thought of some groups. What was the group that you was in? It was you and
me and CPO.
CPO, the Hogs.
No, the heavyweights.
The heavyweights.
You do know before it was over, you must serve me fettuccine. He's called me and Boss Hog.
Do you think, and that's your family, I would never ask you to say nothing bad, but do you think he's ever had a hand on kind of trying to hold you back a little bit?
I would say he had a hand on holding me back, but he sure ain't had one on helping pushing it up. So I guess that's just as bad. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you not helping, but you could and you don't, then what? You saying, we gonna keep it 100. If I was it was opposite, I would have been like, man, go get my cousin, bro. What you doing? What's happening with you? I don't get none of that, but I don't trip. Because what don't kill you make you stronger. Plus, my bars is up right now. And when I get in the poor me's situations, what I recognize is, even if it didn't go right at Deathrow, they gave me my name. It's up to me now as a grown man to make that, regardless of what anybody does. They say I'm worth $13 million right now. I'm just going by what the internet's saying. I damn wish I knew where the fuck it was at, because I'll pull up on it with a vengeance. What? I ain't going to put no sprinkles on it. Hey, you got my $13 million in there, rub me my shit right now.
Because, you know, in your younger days, you don't want to get Dre in trouble and you kind of have some loyalty to him. But my thing is this. Dre has his money. He got his mansion. Has there ever been any talk, or you want to talk to somebody to go try to collect
yes.
to you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I've just got that done. I got to pay, I think it's some kind of, I got to pay these people a fee for my stream to come back. Mm-hmm. They need to, but we just had to submit a big long list. They was seeing it, but they wasn't responding to it because they need them titles. Mm-hmm. So we just got all that handled. I got the homies on the case. We just submitted a whole bunch of stuff. And then I didn't know, me being old school, mm-hmm. the way things switched, I got a homie that's new school. Mm-hmm. So they can't switch too much. And he hit me up right now like, yeah, you need to whoop up, shoot this form to Harry Finanize. And they need to give you this, because this right here, once you give them this change, that's going to release all your streams and all your stuff. He said, because your name is hot. And once they not going by the names, though, because the name is not registered in that CP number that you need to get them sales generated. That goes by them titles. And they're not going to be sitting around, well, what you need to do. No, you need to go get your research. That's to get the CPNs and the CPUs and all them with all these numbers and then you give them so we had to learn how to do it. It's a protocol.
What do you want the legacy for RBX to be? What is RBX? What is the legacy you want to leave?
Well, I would say a legacy of one that went through just, from the high school, from college, to get into this music thing. To always to always know yourself. To always keep it real. Don't lose yourself. Because I've seen money take people and turn them out. I would want my legacy to be just one of, not saying nothing like Bob Marley, but somebody for the people. You know what I mean? Not for the mothership, not the other ship. So I just want to keep it moving like that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't for your people, then who you with?
Yeah, real talk.
So that's why I'm just, I don't place myself above no other. You'll catch me in Food for Less getting some grits. You'll catch me getting some biscuits, and you'll catch me. I want to always do that. I don't want to ever get to the point where it's just all handlers and you start losing yourself and moreover lose touch with reality. I still got that rock album. That's called Liquid Metal. I got the homies on me, It's right now five joint EP. And, I got some people on me like we should prolong it a little bit more, maybe do a couple more joints for it. I do got some tracks. I can do it. So we might go ahead and try to extend that from an EP to an album. And then on the hip hop end, I've been knocking out little singles and whatnots. And then I got a project I'm working on, Double Tap. That is Double Tap. Pop, pop. That's what we're working on. We're just striving to stay active, and also see if we can recoup some of the old residuals and get myself a little bit more comfortable and just keep pushing, bro. The whole thing when I spoke to you and you said, but you didn't trip and Dre got his money. I didn't trip, but I ain't signed nothing. I still got all my shit. I ain't give up nothing. Nothing. No writers, I ain't give up shit. All that nothing. Call my nigga, he'll tell you. So I just didn't pursue it that way to where it would jeopardize my niggas. But don't think Deathrow ain't gotta pay me, bruh. They gotta run me my change, Jack. It's still active.